Hello friends, today I'll be talking about the electronic data captures and remote data captures. The source of entire discussions has taken from crbtech.in. The objective of this study is to process of collecting data into a permanent electronic or digital form. I'll be taking you back a little where we have discussed about that how to capture the clinical trials data which is high quality of statistical and significance data of clinical trials. So if we say that once we are collecting the data by different means in terms of the data which is taken from the laboratories, the patient's data, the hospital's data, the clinician's data, the researcher's data, and all the good practices in terms of that good lab practices, good clinical practices, and all these things which we have compiled under the FDA rules. And of course the GCLP and GCP, GLP are the FDA's rules. So in beginning before 1980s, all the clinical trials data were taken from different resources and it was maintained manually in terms of the paper form. That is that we say that paper CRF, that is called the paper case report form. All type of clinical trials data were maintained in this paper form. Later stage, this paper form has been changed with in electronic form and digital forms in 1980s when computer has been introduced. Our former Honorable Prime Minister Sri Rajiv Gandhi. That times it was a huge strike throughout the India at national levels, like cutting of manpowers if you use that computers. Now these days, can you imagine the work without computers, laptops and mobile? Right? You can assume that. So now later stage, this entire paper form is converted into that electronic forms. So content of this study is that electronic data captures, remote data captures. If we talk about the remote data captures, how we are capturing data remotely. So that things we need to understand that. Now I'll take you to understand some analogy of this. Like if we pass some information, so just say that you are typing on your browser like www.gmail.com, then only you are getting the Gmail page where you have that authentications in terms of the username and password, and then it's recognized by someone, and then only you are entering into your Gmail domain. So how it's happening? So here is one concept is that in terms of the remote data capturing is that server and that user concept, front end and back end. Front end is the user, right? User, where we are working on machines, right? We are sending the data, right? And we are accessing the data remotely, right? So we are typing gmail.com, right? Someone is taking this instruction and passing to the servers remotely. And the server persons who are sitting, they are understanding your request, which is sent by one mediator in between. In terms of that, you say that data curators are there. Curators will see that either you are typing the correct the domain name, website name, and your URL. If not, it will not send to that server persons where that data has been asked, right? So once everything will be okay, means in terms of everything is pakka, then only that mediators, right, you can say that agents will send your request to the server persons, and server person will understand that, right, that data curators, right, uh, request, and then again they'll be sending to that output to the data curator, and data curator will be sending to the users. So the backend is the server and front end is the users, and we'll be talking about the history of this entire computerizations in clinical trials data, and how it has come in origin to capture the data in electronic way, and then criteria will be discussing how to capture that electronic data, what are the criteria behind this, and we have to follow, I say that we must follow that regulatory guidelines which is defined under the FDA rules, that we say that different clauses are there to define that how to capture the electronics data. Even there are plenty of procedures is there which defines that during planning, performing, right, and monitorings, right, reporting and archiving the data, some clauses are defined under the FDA rules, so that we must obey and follow those rules while doing all the analysis in terms of the planning, performing, monitorings, reporting, archivings, and patenting, filings, and all these things, right? And some issues are also we need to take care, right? Some issues are there, and then how to validate electronic data, and then final step, once we capture all the data in one platforms, then last stage is that after getting approval from that sponsors and all the officials behind the clinical trials, like a project managers, data managers, data administrators, and the clinicians, researchers, and many more, right? So their hierarchies are there. Under that, all the clinical trials is happening. So now we'll talk about that, how to like the process that electronic data, and how to collect the data into the permanent electronic forms, right, and which will be like a reference for the peoples, right, which are in these fields in terms of the pharmaceutical peoples, pharmaceutical companies, right, and they even they actually captures all types of data for their own commercial purpose, right? So we need to understand here that how to capture the data, what are the authentications need to be taken care, and how to design the data in electronic forms, right? So this all, and how to do that like audit trials, right, And of course, for this also we need to see the quality checks, quality assurance, right, in terms of that auditing and monitoring the data, right? Quality check, right, is the auditing, and quality assurance is the monitorings. All right, so these all these things we need to take care about. So possible EDC, electronic data capture forms, is expected, how we are using the ATM cards and their descriptions. You can see in terms of the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, O. Even you can see your ATM cards, credit cards which you are using, right? How you are withdrawing and swiping the cards wherever is required, right? So here also the expected, all the clinical data captures can be in forms of the cards. Whenever is required, it can be swapped and see the entire clinical data and entire history of particular patients or particular clinical studies. So if we talk about that little background about that, about how it has come from paper form to the electronic forms, right? In 1990s, that web-based technology provided an opportunity to greatly improve, to capture the data with highly efficient way and highly accurate way, right? So that's why this data actually we can say that this type of data is having that what you say, the consistencies, right? And that data in terms of can be taken as a reference for a life terms, right? So if you talk about the case repair forms, it's a centralized process, right? Before, when we were maintaining that all the clinical data in the paper forms, right? So there are two types of actually that CRF is there, case report form is there. One is the paper form, another is that ECRF, electronic case report forms. Under that ECRF, EDC, electronic data captures, and RDC comes, remote data captures, right? So in 1980s, as I told you, the personal computers has been introduced, right, for a clinical trial use. And then personal computers at the investigators side allowed for introductions of decentralized clinical data captures, which became known as the remote data captures, as I told you, right? So now here there are different procedures were also been introduced at times in terms of that HTTP and FTP, file transfer protocols, and HTTP, hyper text transfer protocols, right? Okay, so FTP is all the maintained by the server, as I told you, like we are sending the request and all kinds of the data has been stored in one server and given one identity for this, right, to access those servers, those datas, right? So that's why, and this was fully controlled by the sponsors, file transfer protocol. And this is the procedures where we are taking the data from servers and we are putting the data on servers. This is called the FTP protocols, right? And with the proper authentications, right? And with proper guidelines which is defined under the FDAs, right? And which all that clinical trials authorities should follow, right? And later stage in 1990 and 90s, web-based technology has come up. So what was the hindrances for this? In the beginning periods about that clinical trial, the main hindrance was that validating of electronic forms data, right? So, and that was the requirement for that FDAs that times. So later stage, the people have found out the solutions how to validate that electronics data. So now some criteria was for an EDC, electronic data captures, in terms of the data collections, data monitorings, performings, manipulations, sharing, and reportings. So one compliance has come, is called that HIPAA. HIPAA is called that Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act has come in origins, and this HIPAA compliant was looking for all the possible way and all the protocols to uh, collect the data and store the data in electronic forms, right? And it was looking after that FDA's rules, how to handle the data in different clause, right? So basic criteria, and this later is accepted by all the organizations. And what is the HIPAA compliant? So it's called that Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Acts as a standard for that sensitive patient data protections. And companies that deal with the protected health informations, PHI, must be physical, network and process security measures in place and follow them to ensure the HIPAA compliance. Now, what is all this about? It also talk about the softwares, the programs and hardwares which is used for capturing that EDC and RDCs should be under that HIPAA compliance. So additional advanced criteria for this, it should be simple installations and steady setup. It should be very user friendly. It should be very flexible to meet the research needs, and electronic patients record outcome also should be there. Data exportation system should be there. Data maintenance should be there, and hybrid capability to fit paper source data into the electronic forms, and fast and satisfactory technical support and system upgrade system should be there, and also it should be the cost effective. So why we do this, why we do this electronic forms and RDC forms? Because of like it reduces the manpowers, and it reduces the cost as well as the times. The main hindrance before, when we were maintaining the data in the paper forms, where that it was taking lot of times and lot of space, right, to maintaining all the data in terms of the, you can say, the in diary forms, right, and paper forms are in a register forms. But later when the people started doing the data in electronic forms, right, and it reduces the cost and time. In the meantime, we need to also consider about that it should be less complex. It should be having less complexity in terms of that time and the space, right, while collecting that electronic data, right. It should be less time consuming, and it should be less what you say that uh, it should take less space in terms of, right, and so that we can efficiently, right, retrieve and that submit our data. So in this criteria also, in the same times, we should also follow that regulatory guidelines on EDCs, like qualifications of the central laboratories. Already we know that which we have discussed before, that for under the guidelines of FDA, so whatever the instruments we are using, what are the machines we are using for collecting that clinical trials data in electronic form, it should be validated, and what are the documenting in terms of that, what you say that region object, the softwares and programs we are using, it should be well certified, right, and the peoples who are behind this, like as a analyst persons, like expert persons, database administrator persons, that one who are handling the data managers and all, should have their own certifications, and that even that laboratory should have that own certifications, and it should be the centralized library, and it should be all the data should be documented under the guidelines of the FDA, under the guidelines of the GLP, GCLP and GCP. So that is important, is that qualifications of the central laboratories under the EDC, under the FDA, under guidelines of like how we are going to like collect and store and retrieve that electronic data, and that one protocol also should be followed, like how to verify and transfer the data, and different data conversions also should be there in that electronic format, and how to verify the data which can be accessed directly, and confirmations of the receiving the data also should be defined properly. So here sponsors must be conduct the system audit or assessment. Already we have told you before, like all the SOPs should be enforced, like all the computer system validation should be enforced, right? And the verification and transfer and conversions of the data types and the processing should be in electronic forms and should be well established. Hardware also should be will be well defined before using these things under the guidelines, right? And that testing procedures and the data receiving checks, data sending, migrations and everything should be under the protocols. The data migration and archiving we will be discussing in that later stage. And the sponsor also should confirm that procedure to correct the test results at the central laboratory, like because the lab is only generating the clinical trials data, and the sponsor also should assure that the high quality of the data should be there, and that also should come from after quality checks and quality assurance, all right, and that in terms of that high quality data should be stored in electronic forms. So verifications of the data by the direct access, their patient ID, dates, other informations on the test report should be mentioned for the direct access, and some unique identity should be given for accessing that data, right? And once anyone is accessing the data, either those data is accessed by that authorized person or not, and then confirmation also should send to the sponsors, right? And these are the clauses are there where we define the requirement under that good clinical practices. There are different clauses are there which is defined by the FDA, right, about the keeping the records, about the data handling, and article 26 paragraph 1 to 3 is defined lot of procedures. You need to read these things which talk about that ensure documents that electronic data processing system fulfill the sponsors establishment requirement for completeness, accuracy, reliability and consistent intent performance, right? So maintaining the operating procedures and ensure the systems are so designed permit data corrected data, right? Maintain the security systems, maintain the adequate backup also should be there, so that if we lose in any means we can recover the data, and maintain the list of individuals who are really authorized for in connection with the data, and maintain the blind clinical trials type of things, in terms of that blind clinical trials where even that patients and the clinicians, right, and doctors doesn't know what type of clinical trials is going on. That is type of blind clinical trials, as we have discussed before, right? So those type of things should be maintained properly. So here is the Article 26 paragraph 4, which defined about the data convergence during the processing, and sponsors also should ensure that it always possible to compare the original data with the processed data. And Article 41 of the GCP says that record keeping at the sites including the source document. So whatever the data is there, Article 41 says that the data which is maintained by the laboratories or by the sponsor, it should be kept for 5 years for the reference for any labs and all. So all these things, the protocol should be maintained by this. And the EDC issues in this, like FDA's lack of mobile hardwares and the softwares, and the attitude of that patients and all the peoples which are behind this clinical trial should be also taken care of, right? Attitude is more important and during the clinical trials, right? Okay, so those things also should be added. These are the issues are there, like mobile hardware's attitude and FDA's regulations, and we need to take care about this. So references are there.